Me and Tommy Bland was working trouble late one evening, and we were heading home. I was on my way down Jesse Mountain, and off in the distance I could see somebody standing in a driveway. And as I come down the road, I could tell that it was a little girl, and she was waving me down. So I pulled up next to her and rolled the passenger side window down with a squirt bucket, and I could tell she was bawling her eyes out. And at that time I picked up a radio and hollered at Tommy and told him that he needed to pull off.
There had been a car wreck, and there was a little girl standing beside of the road. At that time, I think Matt was already out of his truck and walking back there, and he come back there and told me what had happened before I got out of the truck. And I immediately got on the radio and trying to get help and get the emergency personnel there.
We helped the little girl off to the side and got her set down away from the road and everything, and me and Tommy went down over the hill to try to help the mother.
We got within 15 to 20 yards of the lady, and she was hanging out of her truck. And you can only imagine what the truck done to her when it rolled over the hill. It wasn't something I'd want to see again.
When we went over the hill and we discovered the mother, the whole plan changes from trying to help the mother if she was injured to consoling the girl and what she had seen and trying to help her out the best that we could.
I think I asked her if her mother had her seatbelt on, and she didn't. Because I really, truly believe in my heart, if that lady had had her seatbelt on, she would have survived.
Once I got in my truck, I had about a 10-minute drive to the house, and that's the time when you start thinking back about what you've actually seen, and it's a big reflection time.
And she just had a little, probably 10-minute drive to get home and didn't wear her seatbelt. And that little girl, when she climbed out of that truck, she had to see her mother in that condition. And then it makes me sad to know that she's going to be without her now. If you ride in my vehicle, you're going to put a seatbelt on. Let's just walk or put a seatbelt on, one or the other. You know, it ain't that difficult. I know my wife, she'd fuss about a wrinkle in her clothes, but I tell you, them clothes are cheap.